Hi, I'm Kezia, and I'm a brain injury survivor.
And hi, I'm Carrie. I'm a brain injury survivor and stroke survivor. Today we are going to do episode 3 of Bindwaves, and the topic is what is Bind? Tell you a little bit about the organization. Today we have Ted, who is a founding member, and also on the board of directors here at Bind. Welcome, Ted.
Hi guys. It's nice to be here today with you. I had a stroke in 2007 that affected my left side speech and balance and comprehension, and I've been very blessed to get back a lot of my brain injury.
Welcome to Bindwaves, the official podcast of the Brain Injury Network of Dallas. I'm Brian White, Bind's Executive Director. On each episode, we'll be providing insight into the brain injury community. We'll be talking to members and professionals regarding their stories and the important role of Bind's Clubhouse. We work as a team to inspire hope, community, and a sense of purpose to survivors, caregivers, and the public. Thank you for tuning into Bindwaves. Let's get on with the show.
Well, Ted, like I said, we're here today to talk about Bind. Can you tell us how Bind got started?
Yeah, Bind, as you remember, Carrie, we were all at the same inpatient rehab center around 2008, and our speech therapist that we had, she realized that there was a part missing in the healthcare of rehab, and what that was that after our therapy stopped, we would be sitting at home and not have anything to do, and we would decline. And so she came up with the idea of continuing therapy, not formal rehab therapy, but other ways that we could reconnect back to the community and gain our life back.
I love that you said formal rehab, right? It's
Right.
not formal. So I love that you use those words too. So that's how it started, but how has it grown to be like what we're doing today?
Oh, well, we've really grown. It's been quite a ride. What a journey we've we've all been on with this. We are in our clubhouse now in Plano. We have been here for 10 years now. We have over 70 members. And this month we're going to open a new clubhouse in Fort Worth. So we're very excited about that.
Super excited.
Yeah, this is going to be great. And we hope to continue growth in the state of Texas.
Absolutely. And so kind of tell us what happens a day in the life of a clubhouse.
Well, in the clubhouse, we have different areas, and they're the communications and outreach and advocacy and kitchen and maintenance. And in these categories, if you will, the members, the staff, the interns, the volunteers all work together. And the members, we are called members because we are not patients. And we are the ones that drive the communications and the objectives of how Bind is run. But the whole group, we work very well together with the staff and the teammates. The communication, that part is basically we answer telephones, we respond to emails, and with advocacy, outpatient and advocacy, we get out to the community and we touch base with neurologists, with rehab facilities, with hospitals, support groups we go to, and talk to other patients of adult brain injury survivors and let them know what Bind is. So it's just constant communication. And the kitchen, we have a kitchen here, so from time to time, not every day, we actually cook make a kitchen. We break it up. The people like to cook. We bring in food. People rather clean, we clean. And it's a really, I'm always a little nervous if the place is going to blow up or not. You never know if somebody might leave the stove on too long or whatever with our acquired brain injuries. But we all work together and help each other out.
Yeah, we actually have had some of our guests be the kitchen lovers. So I think that's great. You're a little bit nervous. I would be nervous too about being in a kitchen. It's not my thing. But yeah.
But the food has always been good.
Right.
It has.
We've never
It really
had,
has.
that has never been an issue. It's just, Lord help us through this. You know? Don't let us forget anything to turn anything off.
And again, speaking of the different areas, I think that's kind of like you said, it's not formal therapy, but again, it's traditional, it's therapy by doing. So for those of us that maybe need to relearn how to cook, then we can go to the kitchen and work on those skills, or those that want to work on communications and work on the computer skiles. We just kind of pick what we want to do and run with it and just keep the building running smooth.
Absolutely. That's a great thought, Carrie, and that's how it works here. And we all just help out.
We use a word a lot about help. So yeah, we help one another, but is there other ways that we help away from the clubhouse? Like what is it, how do we help away from the clubhouse?
Well, helping away, as I mentioned earlier, support groups. And a support group they're set up all throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth area and all throughout the United States and probably the world. And for various reasons, for us, it's for adult brain injuries and us being survivors, and we get together and we talk. It helps to be around like-minded people, as why this works also at the clubhouse, because we're similar. We have different injuries, but similar.
Yeah.
So, some of us we may not walk as well, or we may not be able to use the left side or a right side or partial. Some speak better than others. Some better handwriting, as you said. Some have better computer skills. And so we work on those, and we help each other out. And going out to the community also, we go to rehab centers.
Yeah.
And we have appointments there, and we go in and we talk to the inpatients, or if people are there for outpatient, if they have a minute to talk, we never interrupt their therapy, because that's very important. But through some of the therapy, then the therapists say, okay, take 5 minutes, rest. And then we might go in there and say, hey, I'm Ted.
Hey, I'm Ted.
Yeah, and I was here, or in a position like this. I had a stroke. And we just talk and we let them know, you're really doing good work. Keep it up. Don't ever quit.
So I think everything that you've been saying so far has just been a great example as to why Bind exists and how we help others. But do you know the mission?
The mission, this is kind of tricky, but I will. The mission basically is to provide a tool and a space to have an area where people can go with a brain injury. And I'm struggling a little bit here now.
It helps us get together and give back to the community.
Right.
It's a bridge of support, I think is one of the terms they like to say.
That's exactly what I was trying to think of. Yeah, very good. A bridge of support that will reconnect us to our life, the community, and just service in general. And if any member wants to go back to a workplace too, and that can be volunteering, going back to the job they had before,
right.
If they may not be able to do that job, a different job, there's different avenues.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that I was just testing you. We can see if you remember.
Yeah,
but no, I don't
thanks.
think any of our
No.
brain injuries.
Brain injury, yeah, hello.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that's like everything you've said so far about teamwork and like respecting one another and having a great quality of life, having our purpose. I think that's that's really like what we've all like have been experiencing here. And I think that overall in all the podcasts we are going to hear and continue hearing about. So thank you so much for.
And that's interesting that you mentioned that, because that's our core values.
Yes.
And teamwork, as we mentioned before, we help each other out, and we may have different deficiencies, but we work on that. We respect each other. We clown around, we laugh at ourselves, we laugh at each other, but it's in good fun, nothing hateful or anything. We're very supportive on our respect, our oh gosh, don't go blank now.
No, well, and you'll notice, I think a lot of times too, we're more like a family than.
Well, that's true too, and we've become good friends, and this is more my second family, and with friends and the people that I do most things with. But then also our determination is very big for us, and in our determination, I have brought our motto here for everyone, and we're very determined. It is very important for us to regain our life as much as we can, to get back out to the community, to make friends, to make a difference back in life again. So our motto is, don't ever give up. We never give up. We always keep working on our formal therapy now, what we learned for physical and occupational therapy, what we learned in speech therapy, everything we learn, we continue to do that. We do that at home on our time. We do different things here as we have discussed. And as you see here, the bird is eating the frog, but we are the frog. The frog is not giving up. We never give up. We never stop trying to improve and help each other improve. The frog, you see, has the bird by the throat. Don't ever give up. Always keep working.
Always keep working.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love when every time I see you, Ted, I feel like I see you with that, like on your hand all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I love that our person that used to help us on volunteering and directing our art program drew that, and I just absolutely love that. And she even got me involved in art some, which surprised me because I can't even draw a good stick man. And so, but I was able to glue some things together, so that worked out okay.
That's creative, to glue stuff together.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's fine.
And if they needed anything taken apart, as my dad said, son, you excel in demolition. Thanks, Dad.
There you go.
In demolition.
So you talked about she was a volunteer, and then obviously we're brain survivors, and we're also members of Bind. But is there other ways that people can get involved? Like maybe we're going to be like inspiring people to come to Bind and hang out with us, but how can they, or what do they do?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I brought another little sheet here.
Oh my God.
You can go to our website, thebind.org, and on that website you can look up and join our newsletter. You can complete the membership application or call us at 855-769-2463. Always feel free to connect with us, and we'll give you information.
And they can find the volunteer information on there as well?
Yes, the volunteer information on there. We also have another organization, I guess, peer partners that we have formed, and we work with other members and other people out there that we have a one-on-one connection with someone that we're kind of paired up maybe with likes and dislikes, ages, things of that nature, and we become good friends, and we call on the phone, we talk to each other, we see people here, we even get to be pretty good friends. Sometimes I've even with peer partners, we've actually gone out to lunch together.
Right.
So that's another organization that you can connect to.
Yeah, I'm loving that you have so many tools for us. I was like, over here, we're going to talk and we're just going to chill, but no, you were like, this is it. I love it.
Helps my memory.
This is true. This is good. You got different skills. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So tell us more about like why we keep saying a clubhouse, right? Like this is a house, clubhouse, we're members. So why is it a clubhouse here? Or like, why do we use that word clubhouse?
Well, it gives it more of a, I think, a calming name, a fun name. And with the clubhouse, I know that there's several of our members that I won't mention, but I think they may think they're still in the Mickey Mouse Playhouse, but you never really know. But it's funny. What would you say that, Carrie? What's your thoughts of what the clubhouse is?
Most people know about mental health clubhouses, and so we follow the same model as the mental health clubhouse. And yeah, it's just, again, it's somewhere to go and engage and get our act back together so that we can go out in the community and be providing functioning members again.
Yeah.
People, regular people.
It helps us draw together too. And one of the big things is for us is that we're, and I mentioned this earlier, but we're around like-minded people. It's difficult after you have a brain injury to get right back out there in society, and a lot of times we're not ready for it. We're not prepared. That's really one of the last things we want to do, because it's. I remember when I left, when they said that I could leave the inpatient facility and go home, but I would still have the outpatient facility and go back daily. And so I was just scared to death. And it took me forever by the time I would wake up, get out of bed, from help with my wife, get dressed, it's just exhausting. And so with being around like minds, it just makes it that much more easy,
right,
comforting.
Yeah.
And especially after you're here for a while and you realize that and you understand that no one's here to put pressure on you, no one's here to make fun of you,
right,
give you a hard time. It's just the opposite.
Thank you so much, Ted, for coming and being part of our podcast.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I've enjoyed discussing Bind with you.
Thank you, Ted. And stay tuned for our next episode of Bind Waves covering stroke survivors.
Hello, I'm Michael. I'm a member here at Bind since 2016, so for the last 6 years. And this book is a collection of our individual stories and some artwork. If you would think you would like to pick one of these up, you can either go to our website or come into the clubhouse and pick one up in person.
Hey, I'm Chris. I was gonna tell you a funny joke. Do you know why melons can't get married? Because they can't elope, otherwise you'll leave.
A frequently asked question I get a lot at Bind is, what do you do at Bind? And the answer is a handful of adults with brain injuries pick between these 5 different groups, units, and we decide based on the tasks that are done for the day to get the work order day completed.
We hope you've enjoyed listening to Bind Waves and continue to support Bind and our nonprofit mission.
We support brain injury survivors as they reconnect into the life, the community, and their workplace.
And we couldn't do that without great listeners like you. We appreciate each and every one of you. Continue watching. Until next time.
Until next time.